Hey everyone, this is Pavlina from Pavlina's Kids Place. I'm on location at the Peabody Hotel in Orlando with the Queen of Disco, legendary GLORIA Gaynor. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Okay, well, when did you realize that you wanted to be a singer?
When I was about 12, 13 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool, that's how old I am. So, when did you start, you started off singing jazz and then later rhythm and blues. And I've also interviewed the great performers like Taj Mahal and Floyd Miles. So that's a lot different from disco. So how did you switch over to disco music?
Well, I switched over to disco music because jazz music that I started singing was starting to die a little bit, and there weren't as many performances available to me. So I decided to change over to something that was going to be more lucrative, and also to supply this new market that was growing in the disco type of music.
Okay, that's really cool. So, kids think that they can go on stage and bam, they're famous. Most kids I know don't know of Clarity Circuit. So how long did it take you to say, wow, it looks like I'm good with my singing?
Well, I started singing in, let me see, 1962. And my first recording was 1972.
Wow.
So it took 10 years of what I call honing my craft, and I think that's good, because when you do that, you have the opportunity to really know what you're doing and be comfortable before you become famous and are rushed with a lot of people doing autographs and people running you here and there, and you don't know what's going on.
Yes, okay, good. So, you're the Queen of Disco, and that's really awesome because you're a huge influence to people in the 1970s and now. Because I have a friend in my math class, and she's always singing I Will Survive, and then she's very dramatic with it, and it's very funny. So, let's see, but now, when you're a superstar and Grammy Award winner, can you still go to your family and friends? I mean, can you still, how do your friends and family react once you got famous?
Well, they kind of got famous too, in their own minds. I call myself their claim to fame, because when they hear me performing in public places, they want to let people know that I'm a relative of theirs, a sister or niece or aunt or whatever. And so they reacted very well to it. They were very proud of me, and kind of gave me a little bit special treatment.
Yes, that's good. So your song I Will Survive has been a very inspirational song to a lot of people. Have you heard any particular inspirational thing that has happened from your song, and how did you feel?
Well, I've heard some really inspirational things about it. One of the things that happened was that I was in Brazil. This to me is amazing. I was in Brazil. I was doing a gospel section in my disco show. I just took out a few minutes to do some gospel songs, and in between the songs I was talking about my faith and about my what it's done for me and all of that. And there was a girl there who, after the show, went to her friend, and they came back the next day, and she didn't speak any English, so she had no idea what I was saying. And she went to her girlfriend, and they came back the next day, and the girlfriend, who spoke English and Portuguese, because I don't speak any Portuguese. So the girlfriend who spoke both languages said to me, she came to me last night very upset and crying, and she said that there's a section of the show where she sings and she talks, and when she talks it burns in my heart. And you have to go back and tell me what she's saying. So she brought her back the next night. She was telling her translator everything I was saying about Jesus and about how good he is to me and all of that. And after the show, they both wanted to become Christians.
Nice. Okay, that's really cool. Okay, so what's your favorite song, and can you sing a little bit of it?
My favorite song, well, originally it was called I Will Survive. It's not the one you know. It's a completely different song. It's a Christian song, and I changed the name of it when I recorded it because I didn't want people to think I was singing the same song. So it goes like this. Looking ahead is just a little bit easier when you look at where you've been. I can believe that we can move mountains, 'cause he's carried me through every valley I knew. If it wasn't for Christ, I don't know where I'd be. I just know that for me, I can rest in the promise of his love. I will survive. He gave me life. I stand beside the crucified one. I can go on. I will be strong, for my strength to live is not my own. I will survive.
That was so good. I loved it. That was really good. So that was really cool. If you could say one thing how to survive, like what you've learned, what would it be?
Oof. How to survive.
Yeah.
I think that you need to always be truthful with yourself and with everybody else.
Okay, good. So, you've performed in front of presidents, popes, international superstars, done Broadway, which is actually what I want to do. Smokey Joe's Cafe, TV shows, That 70s Show, Alan McBeal, and performed in more than 80 countries. Is there somewhere you'd like to go back to perform, or somewhere new to perform?
Well, I'd like to go back to Bali, because that was absolutely beautiful. And the people were really, really warm, and they welcomed you, and they made you feel so much at home. And the food was awesome. It was great there.
Yes, that's really cool. Where is that at, actually?
It's in Indonesia.
Okay, that's really cool. So do you have any plans for the future and future gigs and stuff?
Well, yeah, I have lots of plans for future engagements because I'm always working, and so I'll be going back to a lot of countries. Even before the year is over, I'll be going back to Croatia and to Spain and to Italy and to Peru and Brazil. I'm getting ready to do a gospel album. But the most exciting thing for me is that I'm in college, and I'm studying psychology because I want to open a healing, learning, and recreational center for teenage parents.
Wow.
Because I want the mothers and fathers to come together and raise their children together and learn how to be a family and how to be good to each other.
That's really cool. Okay, well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you. It's been a great pleasure. You're a really good interviewer.
Thank you.